Marhaban, ahlan wa sahlan bikum. Today's lesson is on page 45 and is about how number 11 and number 12 are used in Arabic. So let's analyze it and explain the grammar underpinning the use of 11 and 12 in Arabic. Right, the first line, وصل أحد عشر كتابا جديدا إلى المكتبة. 11 new books have arrived at the library. وصل is the verb to arrive. أحد عشر, that's 11. As you can see, we have two numbers here, 1 and then number 10. They are separate but nothing in between them. Let's explain what governs the rules governing each of these numbers. Together we call it compound numbers. Now, the first one, ahada, 1, you're not allowed to use wahid here. You have to use ahada in this compound number when you are saying 11. That's the first rule. The second is nothing should separate between the two nouns at all. Now, the third is ahada, because number one is always of the same gender of the item being counted, whether number one stands alone or part of another number, such as this compound number. Next rule is for number 10 standing alone. We have learned that, and that is to say, if number 10 stands alone, it follows the same rule as number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, meaning it will be opposite in gender of noun being counted. For instance, if you want to say 10 boys, you will use feminine 10. You say asharatu awladin, plural. Asharatu awladin, 10 boys. If you want to say 10 girls, you say ashru banatin. But when the number 10 is part of the compound number, such as 11 to 19, that 10 will have to be of the same gender of what you are counting. Example of that is this: ahada ashara kitaban. Kitab is masculine. Therefore, we use ashara in the masculine form. Remember, the number 1 is always the same anyway. So, for different reasons, they're both of the same gender of item being counted here. وصل أحد عشر كتابا جديدا إلى المكتبة. Let's look at the feminine. وصلت إحدى عشرة. وصلت إحدى عشرة. Let's put sukun on this ashrata here, and then I will explain that in a minute. So, وصلت إحدى عشرة سجادة إلى المسجد. 11 prayer mats have arrived at the mosque. وصلت إحدى عشرة. Now, let's look at these numbers now. Here we say ahada, masculine. Here we say ihda because we're going to count sajadatan. Here we say ashara, that's a masculine, because when you are using 10 in the compound numbers, it has to be of the same gender. Here we use ashrata, feminine, because we're counting sajadatan. Also note that ashara, the sheen carrying fatha here, but here is carrying sukun. Wasalat ihda ashrata sajadatan ila al-masjid. Final rules is both set of numbers, they will be carrying accusative ending, regardless whether they are in a nominative position or accusative position or genitive position. They will permanently carry that fatha. It is indeclinable. Because this section now, you can see, is nominative, because they are acting like they are the subject. So it's nominative. Nevertheless, it's still ending with the accusative ending. If you look at the next two, that will be, you will see that will be accusative ending, because this is like a object here, maf'ulun bihi. You say wada'tu ahada ashara. It's the same when we say wasala ahada ashara. Here ahada ashara is nominative case, position rather, and here it is accusative position, and both of them are carrying the same ending because it is not declinable, it is undeclinable, or rather indeclinable. Right, now wada'tu ihda ashrata. Again, ihda ashrata, nominative position, accusative position. Nevertheless, they are carrying the same case ending. Now, let's look at the genitive area. Here I mean wada'tu ahada ashara. I put 11 books ala rafi, on the shelf. On the shelf. Here wada'tu ihda ashrata. I put 11 sajadatan. Sajadatan, that's a prayer mat. Fil makhzani, in the storage room. Let's look at the genitive position. Here, katabtu ismi. I wrote my name ala ahada ashara, on 11. This is the genitive position. Nevertheless, it's still carrying fatha, fatha. Ala ahada ashara kitaban, on how many books? 11 books. The feminine, wada'tul aqlama. I put pens, the pens, ala ihda, on ihda ashrata tawilatan, on 11 tables. That is genitive because we have a preposition here, and yet it's still carrying the same case ending as the rest. So that is the indeclinable ending. Final note, which I need to mention to you here, is you note that the item being counted, they remain singular accusative. Kitaban, sajadatan, kitaban, sajadatan, kitaban, tawilatan. That is the case. When you are counting anything from 11 all the way to 99, the item being counted will be singular and accusative position. The next now will be, we are going to have a look at how number 12 is used as well. Now let's look at number 12 and how it's used in Arabic. Let's look at the rules governing number 12. Again, we have two numbers here, number 2 and then number 10, without anything separates them. Now, you remember number 2 in the nominative position is ithnani, with noun at the end, ithnani. But when it's used in the compound numbers, that noun will be removed because it's like a possessive construction, really. So, ithna, no, don't say ithnani, you say ithna, noun is gone. Ithna ashara. And you still end up with the fatha at the end of the number 10. So, 11, about 12 new books have arrived at the library. Wasala ithna ashara kitaban. Again, ashara is masculine because we are counting kitab, and because ashara is part of the compound number, it has to be of the same gender. And this is the nominative. Wasalat ithnata. That's coming from ithnatani. That's a feminine form of 2 in the nominative case. Ithnatani. But here you remove the noun, you say ithnata. And then ashrata. Sajadatan ila al-masjidi. So 12 prayer mats have arrived at the mosque. Now let's look at the number 12 when we are dealing with accusative and genitive. Here number 2 in number 12 is partially declinable. So this is nominative, but accusative and genitive is the same structure. Wada'tu ithnay. That's coming from ithnayni. Ithnayni, when you are in the compound number, becomes ithnay. Remove the noun, not ithnayni. So ithnay عشر كتابا على الرف. I put 12 books on the shelf. وضعت اثنتي. That's coming from اثنتين. Again, noun has been removed. اثنتين اثنتي عشرة سجادة في المخزن. 12 prayer mats have arrived at the storage room. That is accusative because وضعت, this is فعل وفاعل, if you like. This is a verb and the subject. So this is the accusative because it's مفعول به. Now, let's look at the genitive. كتبت اسمي. كتبت اسمي. I wrote my name على اثني. Again, اثنين becomes اثني. We remove the noun. اثني عشر كتابا. I wrote my name on 12 books. Final one. وضعت الأقلام على اثنتي عشرة طاولة. I put the pens on 12 tables. طاولة. Again, from اثنتين becomes اثنتي, and then عشرة. Is the rules governing the item being counted remains the same. The singular accusative carrying two fatha, كتابا سجادة, كتابا سجادة, and طاولة, and كتابا as well. So that is the rules governing how to use number 11 and number 12 in Arabic. Please visit or read page 45 for me and study the explanation given there. In the next lesson, we're going to be dealing with the how to use number 13 all the way to number 19. That will be our next lesson, inshallah. In the meantime, please continue to do your studies and learning your vocabulary, and please subscribe if you haven't done so, and spread the lessons around with your contacts, and see you next lesson inshallah. In the meantime, مع السلامة, إلى اللقاء, في أمان الله.